So Fred Hill did have ID for this polygraph? That's kind of what it's looking like to me. Hey, it's me, TPE, and welcome to another video.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allows the need for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
So what we have here is yet another, if you can believe it, Ziggy victim. And they're speaking out. Now, they spoke out in a chat, in a live chat, and I've chosen to take their name off of this just because I feel like they're going through a lot right now. It's not that you couldn't easily find it, it's that it's just a respect thing, and it made me feel more comfortable. And hopefully them too. We're going to go through some of the things that they had to say in this live chat. And it's looking like Fred had some IDs, according to this person anyway, and based on what I take from it. So let's look at the first message from this person in 6UP's live chat. So this person says, "Thank you for your kindness, and I have lost so much more than money, and I am sorry, and yes, I am crying." Now, what we do when people do end up leaving Ziggy's, sometimes they do end up over at my channel or 6UP's channel, and we're always welcoming. Because you know what? We've been there. Even if it was a very long time ago, we've been there. So everyone is always welcome. And that's with open arms and no expectations. Therefore, they don't owe us anything. They don't have to tell us anything at all. They're just welcome to be there and have a safe space. I think it's important to mention that this person was more than just a moderator. This was a friend who did a lot for Ziggy and Fred, and we'll get more into that in a few minutes. So the next comment says, "She will probably turn on me and tell lies." And that's true, she probably will, because that's her MO. That's what she does to anyone that speaks against her. Even if it's the truth, even if it's respectful, it doesn't matter. She will have something to say about it. And this, I'm sure. Most of us know that when Ziggy loses control, she loses control and she lashes out. She doesn't think before she does things. She just reacts. So the next message says, "I do feel like a fool, an old fool. And Karen, your things are here at my house." And that is her extending an olive branch and letting Karen, Fred's sister, know that she can pick her things up at her house. And that's the things that she helped Fred go pick up from his old place, as far as I know. And ma'am, I just wanted to say you are no fool. I've told you this before in the live chat. I think you were manipulated. I think you were used, and I think you have a very kind heart. And please don't feel like a fool. Think about how many of us there are that are in the same chats for a reason. We all kind of came from the same place, so welcome. All right, so the next screenshot says, "Yes, ma'am, I paid for 2 IDs here in Tennessee and his birth certificate. And I took him to the SSO, Social Security Office, to get his check started back." Well, isn't that interesting? So we know this person helped Ziggy and Fred immensely in many ways, especially driving Fred around to his different appointments, getting him set up when he got out of the halfway house, and even going as far as letting Fred into their home to stay as a guest. Oh, and Ziggy too. A very kind-hearted person. And they were taken advantage of. But let's see, the point here is that it looks like they took Fred to get a bunch of IDs. Multiple. So Fred, we already knew this, but this is just more proof going towards the fact that you did have an ID. And I bet you Ziggy didn't want you doing that lie detector test. How convenient. "I don't have an ID." Sure, Jan, you definitely did. That's my opinion. So it just goes to show the lengths that these two will go to lie to all of you viewers, in the name of a missing child. How sick. How sick is this? And how many people have been hurt in the process? Not just, subscribers, moderators, friends, but also people who were involved in Summers' case. These are real people too. Neighbors, parents, just hundreds and hundreds of people and children. And some of the people who have been attacked by Ziggy have nothing to do with anything. They've just disagreed with her, but she happens to know personal information about them, or she's researched it and gone after them. They just disagree with her, and now they become a victim, even though they've helped her out immensely. She doesn't care. When she's not in control, she loses it. And I think you'll see that in my next video that I have lined up. I'm working on it now. Our favorite U-Haul moments. So, stay tuned for that. And wow, here's our next screenshot. It says, "And they are legally married, and I paid for the preacher also." Wow, you guys can't even pay for your own underwear. You pay for nothing. Nothing at all. Imagine going through life, not getting a job, not GAF, and just expecting everyone else to pay your way. And that's what these two do. I mean, they've got a good little grift going on. They don't have to do much, but I imagine it's pretty stressful. And that has gotta suck. It really does suck to suck. But the point of this video was that it looks like Fred did have ID to do that lie detector test. Interesting. He didn't do it. I wonder why. The why is because he lied his whole ass all the way through this. He's a liar. A complete freaking liar. Now, that doesn't mean he has anything to do with Summers' case. We can officially say that. Doesn't mean he doesn't. I'm just saying he's a liar, and he would get caught lying. And Ziggy, you're a liar too, clearly. Not only a liar, but an effing loser as well. I mean, if you need people to pay for every single bit of your life and you refuse to get a job, J-O-B, ooh, I know you're scared of that word. I can't even imagine. And you have no problem using a missing child, or anyone else for that matter, to get what you need just to get by. That is called a swindler. You're a con. You are a con artist, a scammer, all of the things above. Now, I know there's a lot of drama going on right now with these emails and all the things. But I do suggest you go check out the context, the full context on 6UP's live stream, and I will leave that link in the description for you. It's also a fundraiser live, so you could also leave a donation for St. Jude. It's kind of important to watch the full context. I do believe the email is real. Do I agree that it should have been put out? Oof, I was on the fence about that. That's why it was my suggestion to make it a fundraiser. I mean, if it was going to go out, at least there wasn't money being made in Summers' name. But unfortunately, it has caused a lot of drama and more misinformation and more problems in Summers' name. And that sucks. I do hope that, in a way, the rest of it comes out so that people will know what's really going on. It's a lot. I feel like YouTubers are here to make money, and that's what they do. That's what they're gonna do. Ziggy included. Other people included. I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. I'm always gonna give my real opinion, and I do think we need clarification. Like, did this have to do with Cotton and his case, or did this have to do with Summer and her case? We don't really know that at this point, in my opinion. I mean, other people think it makes sense this way, that way. We all interpret things differently. So I'm saying I'm not sure, and I feel like we need more clarification. But please do not call law enforcement. Please leave them alone if they are looking for Summer. And if you care about Summer, leave it alone. We don't need to harass law enforcement by calling them and asking them, is this a scam? Is this not a scam? Just stop. Stop calling law enforcement. Do you know the whole time I've been on here, I've never once called law enforcement or submitted a tip because of YouTube? Not one time. Summers info will be in the description. If you have any credible information that does not come from YouTube, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. But only if you have credible information that's not from YouTube. It's a literal mess, and I honestly don't want to be involved in any messes. I really don't. I think it's too much. Stop calling law enforcement, please. If you care about Summer, you would not be calling law enforcement and bogging up their lines and all the things they have to do. Please stop calling. Unless you have a credible tip. Info will be in the description. Good night, everyone. Toodles.